Yo, what's up YouTube? Mark from Wandering Souls back with a new video. This time it's a thread response to a cool dude called Raul Serrano. If you are not familiar with his channel yet, go check him out. Yeah, fantastic channel, really cool dude, shows awesome stuff. He had a really cool thread going on, and it's actually his first thread since he's on the YouTube community. He's been here for a while, but it's just his first thread video, so let's give him a little bit shout out. And if you're not subscribed to him yet, please do so, guys. He definitely needs more subscribers. Let's do a response video. He made a thread called Love at First Listen. It's just like the title says, albums that you fell in love with when you first listened to them. That's actually what it is. So I'm gonna show you a stack. I can pile up way big and talk for hours about that. I'm not gonna do that. I've got some CDs here and one record, and yeah, let's go from there. I think the video then will be long enough. The first record I love, I want to talk about, and I heard it, is this one who is spinning in the background. God Dethroned with their album Bloody Blasphemy. And as you guys can hear, this is some really nice blackened death metal. There's some thrash influences as well. Fantastic melodies, great songs, aggressive vocals, really cool guitar riffs, good drum work, fantastic Dutch band. If you're not familiar with this, definitely look into this album. It's probably one of my favorite albums. Got to know this band through a sampler that was on a magazine. I think it was the Metal Hammer, if I'm not mistaken. With each magazine you have a sampler CD with it, with some tracks from the bands that are in that magazine at that point. So I discovered some tunes from this band, and I really enjoy it. And also saw around that period the video clips coming on my local music TV channel. I think Boy in Blood or something was on the Golden Wings of Death was a clip, I know for sure. I really love that song. But this album contains a lot of good songs, definitely worth picking up if you are not familiar with God Dethroned, Bloody Blasphemy. This is their third album. Yeah, third album, I say that correct. Fantastic stuff. Go check them out. Great band from the Netherlands. So over to the other stack. That was the one we are listening now. This is a band, I knew the name back then, but I never had any material by then. I first heard it about the time it came out. I regularly visit the library, and they have, or you can also rent some CDs there. This is one of the CDs I rented there back in the day. I was just getting bigger, well known with me with the extreme metal genres. Of course, Napalm Death is an extreme metal band for sure. Fear, Emptiness, Despair from 1994. Yeah, start of the band that the period that they were gonna experiment more on their albums. This album definitely has some industrial influences mixed in with the death metal and the grindcore. But nonetheless, this is an album I had spun a lot back in the day. I copied it, I played the tape numerous times. At that point I thought, well, let's buy a regular CD copy for myself. But this is some fantastic album actually. There's a lot of underrated for a lot of people. they don't really like the 90s Napalm Death really, but this is definitely a really good album. Slow dragging songs, but also some faster moments. With a certain speed burst to wake you up. But really dark atmosphere on this album. But yeah, not a lot of people. People always talk about the early albums and some of the later albums. Probably the first four they talk about, and the albums that came in the 2000s. But this one is overlooked a lot. It's pretty decent. If you are familiar with the older albums I mentioned, just yeah, it's different, but if you use it, you will love it. I love it immediately. I like the dark atmosphere, like I said. I like the industrial touch to it. Slow dragging and fast pumping stuff. Barney sounds ferocious as ever. Yeah, really good stuff. Really good stuff. Napalm Death, the 1994 album, Fear, Emptiness, Despair. Next album is from a band I was already familiar with. Of course, I played Operation Mindcrime till my fucking ears bleed. I really loved the first EP, Queensryche. It were the albums I listened to a lot from this band back in the day. And then 1994, this album came out. This band, the band sound totally different. This is Promised Land, an album that did really well in the magazines, get good reviews, and it's not without a reason. The album is different than the older work, of course, but it's probably one of the last ones I liked. After they went, after this album, they went more different. But this album is I really like. The dark atmosphere on this. Yeah. It's a bit calmer overall, but I really like the vibe. James of Jeff Tate's sung lower than the albums before, and it's also a style he really suits at that moment. But yeah, fantastic stuff, guys. Great songs on this. IMI, Out of Mind, Bridge, Promised Land, Lady Jane's good song, One More Time, My Global Mind. This is an overlooked classic, and yeah, definitely worth to spin if you are not familiar with Queensryche. But I also I hope you guys can see it because the glare is here. But yeah, an album that is different than the early material, like I said. But this is a band that evolves and evolves and evolves. Especially in the first 15 years or so. Yeah. But this is a fantastic album, phenomenal risk, number of vocals, good songs. I really enjoy this record. Fantastic album, Promised Land, Queensryche, great band from Seattle, great band. Another 1994 album. Do you see the pattern here? But yeah, everybody knows this. Burn My Eyes, Machine Head. Loved it from the first single that came out, Dividian. I was straight away hooked. All the other singles, old. Thousand Lies, fantastic songs. Number One is a great song. A Nation on Fire, Blood for Blood, Death Church, fantastic songs. It's definitely the biggest classic in their collection. In my opinion, they never made a better album. The second album was really good as well. Then they lost me with the third album because they went more new metal. But this is definitely a really great, groovy, trashy metal album. Fantastic songs, great production. Yeah, definitely a big bang into the metal world. And suddenly there was Machine Head. yeah, everybody loved them. They were on the big festivals back in the day. The videos were on NTV. Yeah, very well known band. Um, yeah, good stuff. Let's have a drink here. First of our next one is a band called Marduk. This is their first album I heard from them. I think, or was it Heaven Shall Burn? I don't know exactly, but this is the first one I bought. Let's put it that way. This is live in Germania. A live album, of course, from the black metal band from Sweden. Yeah, I was instantly hooked. Fast pumping stuff, good at live atmosphere. Band did really well on the performance here. Love the artwork, the booklet is well taken care of. There's a lot of fantastic pictures here. A lot of pictures actually. Yeah, it goes endless here. All pictures, pictures, pictures. Yeah, you get the idea. Yeah, fantastic black metal, great songs on this. This was for the Heaven Shall Burn tour. Legion was the new singer. He did a phenomenal job back in the day. Beyond the Grace of God, Silver Souls, The Black, Darkness, It Shall Be, Materialized in Stone, Infernal, Eternal, Darkened Wings, Rules, Alternate Paths, Drug of Adomni, Legion, and of course Total Disaster, the cover song from Destruction, I think. If I'm mistaken, I'm sorry. But yeah, fantastic songs. Yeah, I really love it. Yeah, definitely one of my first get to know Marduk. After that, I bought everything I could find from this band, and I have a pretty big discography from them. So yeah, fantastic band. Really got me hooked. This one needs no introduction here. Covenant, Morbid Angel. This is, for me, this is the best Morbid Angel album. For me, this is a 10 out of 10 album. Yeah, fantastic stuff. Classic death metal, and you can't go wrong here. Still got that copy, and really enjoy it. B and Papel were really getting hard on it, so we banged our heads off. I'll put it that way. Fantastic album, Covenant. This one I really got hooked because of the single Roswell 47. I bought the album and I loved it. Hypocrisy with Abducted. 1996 album. Yeah, I was around the period I got into the extreme stuff. You noticed the Marduk one and this one, and you know how it goes. Yeah, fantastic album. Roswell 47, The Killing Art, Buried is a good song, Paradox, Abducted, Carved Up. Yeah, I really love all this stuff on this album. So vocalize, delivery, high screechy screams and then low growls. Fantastic melodies on the song. The band is getting more melodic around this period, but yeah, it suited very well with the theme of the album, alien abductions and stuff like that. Yeah, fantastic album, guys. You can't go wrong if you want to get into Hypocrisy. Fantastic album to start with, definitely classic, fantastic album. And then an album some people wouldn't expect from me, but I thought let's pull something different out. And I kind of noticed not a lot of people in the VC talk about this, and I don't know why. Ayreon, Into the Electric Castle, 1998 album. Aryan Project by Aryan from the Netherlands. Yeah, he just yeah, kind of opera, metal opera stuff. Every album is a concept album. Next to some musicians and guest musicians, he also used a lot of guest singers, guest vocalists, how do you say that. Every album tells a story, and every vocalist is kind of a character in the story, so that's how it kind of goes here. This is a really good album. It's probably one of my favorites from this project. Yeah, fantastic stuff, guys. If you're into prog metal, and you like different kind of vocalists like Sharon Donato from Within Temptation, Damien Wilson, Anne van Griesbergen, Fish is on here, for example. Musicians Ed Warby from Gorefest, Robbie Valentine, Clive Nolan, who is also on here, Arjen Lucas himself, of course, René Merkelbach, yeah, all famous names in the prog world. Also starring Robert Westerholt and George Oosthoek, two growlers on this album as well. And they play the role of Death in this. Like I said, every is, and these are the vocalist, and yeah, it's a very extended booklet here with all the lyrics and stories and stuff like that, and that's what he does with every album. I've got a couple of more here. Yeah, fantastic project. If you're not familiar with this project, guys, definitely take a look into this. Ayreon, Into the Electric Castle is this album called. Fantastic album. Nice double disc set here. Really good stuff. Then a project I follow since it came out. This is from 1995, I think. Already showed their second album not so long ago. This is the first album, the album I got to know them by. This is Grip Incorporated with Power of Inner Strength. I bought this as soon as this came out. Produced by Dave Lombardo from Slayer, of course, fame. Waldemar Richter is on here, good producer. Jason Firebrooks from Heathen is on here, and you have Gus Chambers on vocals. Rest in peace, because he, like I said in the previous album I have shown, that he killed himself after the fourth album. So yeah, sadly, but it is some really fantastic, fresh, fantastic songs on here. Great drum work, of course, solid guitar work, and the raspy raw voice of Gus Chambers, and the solid bass work of Jason Firebrooks. But yeah, really good stuff. Faster songs on here, some groovier songs. Fantastic songs. Hostage to Heaven is probably one of my favorites. Guilty of Innocence I really like. Ostracized, Colors of Death, Heretic War Chant, fantastic songs. Can't go wrong with this album. If you are into thrash, go check this out. Fantastic album. Last CD I'm gonna show you. This is also a 1994 album, an album that got me way more into this band. And some people have other albums they get to know this band by, but this is one of the first ones I had in my possession. I think this is the first one I bought even from this band. Slayer, Divine Intervention. First one with Paul Bostlev on drums. Yeah, but a really decent album in my opinion. He does a really good job on this album, replacing Dave Lombardo. Nonetheless, this is a really good Slayer album. Your typical album with faster songs, slower songs. It's just straight up Slayer. What you want, you get. Some crazy guitar solos going on here, crazy drum work. Yeah, the shouting voice of Tom Araya. Great songs. Sex, Murder, Art is great. Ditto Heads, Divine Intervention, Circle of Beliefs is great. SF3, Serenity and Murder. Yeah, my 213, Mind Control, all fucking great. Can't go wrong with this album. Go check it out. And the last thing I want to show you, and then I think the video is long enough. I originally had this on CD, but my girlfriend and I had the same album, so mine is somewhere else, and I bought a vinyl reissue which came out not so long, a couple of years ago. After Forever, Prison of Desire. Not a lot of people are familiar with this band. A lot of people are if you are around that area. This band was really popular in the Netherlands and in Southern America. Yeah, you see this goth metal. I don't know, back in the day it was called melodic dark metal, but goth metal became popular with Indentation, that kind of bands, and all things blew up. So they immediately were fitted into that, you know. But yeah, this was the first band of Floor Jansen from Nightwish, and she was really young here. She was around 19 years old when she was recording this first album from the band. This is the first one. Made a couple of more. Then 2008 this band split up, and then she became the vocalist for Revamp, her own project. And in 2012 she was asked to join Nightwish, and there she still is. But this is a fantastic album, guys. Phenomenal songs, phenomenal vibe. Like I said, it's really good stuff. If you are a symphonic female fronted metal, definitely take a look into this band. Their later album became more proggy in a way after Mark Jansen was forced to leave the band in 2002. So Mark Jansen was also only on the first two albums. The albums after that he wasn't anymore, and Mark Jansen of course is from Epica, so he became big with that band. So he was also in the band, and of course then you had Sander Gommans who did the growls and the guitars. Mark did the screams and the guitars. Floor Jansen of course vocalist, and we had a dude on drums, Hugh Beckers, I think. He left after this album. It also counts for the keyboard player Jack Driesen, but he's now still with Mark Jansen in Mayan. And then we have Luc van Gerven on bass guitar, and he was of course throughout the band's career in the band. Yeah, he just left after the band split up, let's put it that way. He's in other bands now. Don't ask me which ones, but I know he's in a few. Yeah, fantastic stuff, guys. This was a kind of concept in some of the songs. Embraced that smaller concept, a concept that was continued in Epica by Mark Jansen, because he was the lyrical writer for those songs and thought out the concept. But yeah, the Brazen Brothers, what's the intro, it's the prologue, and then you get Embrace the Smallest Part 1 with Let Them Legacy. Then you get a few other songs like Semblance of Fusion, this is a great song, Black Tomb, Following the Cry, and Embrace the Smallest Part 2, and then we have Silence from Afar, which is a bit more mellow song, Initial Chimera, which is a fast song, Tortuatory Ephemeral, again a slower song, and then you close off with Due to Mutation, Embrace the Smallest Part 3, and Beyond Me. And it's funny enough, that song also contains guest vocals by Sharon Denadel from Within Temptation. But yeah, fantastic album, guys. If you are not familiar with this and you like that symphonic female fronted metal, go check After Forever, the first band of Floor Jansen. Fantastic stuff. A bit more darker than Nightwish, of course, but a bit heavier maybe as well. But definitely real cool to hear where Florian Jansen came from when she first started in the metal band. Definitely worth picking up. Prison of Desire, and if you like it, go buy their second album as well. Great band. So that's it, guys. Hope you liked the video. Maybe hope you enjoyed it, Raul. That's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Go sub Raul Serrano and maybe also make response video to his thread. That would be awesome. I will leave links in the description to the bands and to Raul's channel. And yeah, have a great day, guys. Stay safe and see you next time. Cheers.